Hello, this is two, and
My name is Quan. I was responsible for full stack development.
this is two, and I did the UI, and we're here doing the Habit Mastery League by Team GetActive. The Habit Mastery League, our vision is to gamify like a habit building mobile app that turn daily routine into mission to earn XP, build streaks, unlock badges, and level up your life. Mostly what people ask is who's this for? Many students, professional, and anyone who wants to build like a long-term habit like exercising, studying journalism, or studying or staying productive. Most people have problems such as like no structure or clear system. Many people don't have motivation once the excitement fades, no visible progress to feel accomplished, or no accountability or feedback loop. And for our vision, our our vision, the solution that we hope to accomplish is that we gamify mission with XP level and difficulty so that people will feel rewarded and be more productive. We also do like streak tracking, 28 days heat map visual so that people can see the progress that they're doing, some achievement badges, and an AI buddy with daily personal message so that they can feel more excited. Some of the core features that we do have are like habit missions. It creates habit with names, category, difficulty, like easy, medium, or hard, and the frequency, which is like the daily, the weekly, and icon and colors. Another core feature that we do have is like streak tracking. Is yeah, it's like the 28 days completion heat map, the current streak, the best streak, and the level bar and 7 day complete rate. Other stuff such as badge and XP, uh, earn XP per habit, level up every 500 XP, unlock 30 achievement, and stuff like that. And lastly, the AI Habit Buddy, it picks daily metric from four template, which is struggling, building, thriving, or streak, milestone reach, so that it can help motivate you. We also have seven screens on we also have seven screens. Firstly, the splash screens, which animate launch with branding, auto growth on onboard, first installed or dashboard for the returning users. With our home screen, the dashboard, it's the main hub which shows daily habits, streaks, XP, AI buddy, and quick action buttons. Another screen that we do have is like the create habit mission. It formed to build a habit, name categories, difficulty, frequency, and iconic colors. Another screen that we do have, the fifth screen, is the insight, the weekly bar chart of performance, AI buddy message, and a four-field weekly reflection journal. Challenges and rewards that we is another screen that we have is a badge grid showing locked unlocked badges, active challenge with progress bar and XP rewards. And then lastly, it's just the setting. Do you edit the username, toggle lights, dark system theme, and you just change your AI buddy. For the first question, which was asked, what are the key advantage of using Flutter for this cross-platform project? Flutter let us write one of the code base that run on both the Android and iOS. It's a widget system may build the purple gold theme UI consistently. A hot reload save us a huge amount of time. We could see UI changes instantly. Material 3 widget like elevated button and bottom navigation bar gave us polished component out of the box. And for the code that is presented, the code shows us one single app Dart file that set up light theme, dark theme, and theme mode system, and all the route like app router dot splash and app router dot root. Everything the app needs to launch on both platform is configured right here in one place, one code base, everything. Yeah. For question two, which state management technique did you choose? Set state, provider, Riverpod, blah, blah, and why? We use set states, floated built-in system solution. Since our screens are self-contained, each that means that each screen manages its own data, like toggling habits or picking a personality. Set state was simple and sufficient. We didn't need providers or block because we have no shared state between screen that updates in real time. And on the code that we were given, we given the the toggle habit function takes an index called set states and flip it today habit to its opposite value using the operator. That one function handling one screen data. Nothing is being passed to another screen. Nothing is being shared globally. The state never leaves the screen; it lives on. So there was no reason to bring in provider or block. The third question: what usability improvement did you make after testing feedback? During testing, we noticed the onboarding screen could overflow on small phones because the content had no scroll support. User on smaller device couldn't see bottom button. We also found the router was sending user to a blank "coming soon" screen instead of the real onboarding flow. Before, it was common with no scrolls, the overflow on small phones, and with button hidden off screen. And after, with a single child scroll view, content was scrolled safely, buttons always reachable. With the code provided, fix one shows safe area wrapping a single child scroll view, wrapping a column. That's the three-layer fix that solved the overflow on the small phone. Fix two shows the router map where onboarding used to point to placeholder screen, and now points to the onboarding screen. Those are the exact two lines that we were broken during the testing, and the exact two line we changed. For the fourth question, how do you make the interface intuitive and responsive across device size orientation? We use single child scroll view so content could never overflow on small screen. Safe area prevent content from hiding behind notches. All buttons use minimum size from height, so they're always full width, and easy to tap. Animated container gives smooth visual feedback. The bottom nav let users reach any screen in one tap. And with the code provided, the elevated button theme data code set minimum size and size from height, and the border radius that all inside the global theme. Because it's in the theme, every single elevated button across all seven screens automatically inherit those properties without us touching each screen individually. For question five, how are CRUD operation implemented and validated in your app? SQLite handles all CRUD through database service. When a user creates a habit, the form validates the name, minimum of two char, before inserting shared preference, store setting like theme and username. The database use cascade, delete to so removing a habit also removes all its logic automatically. So with down here is a we validate first. Well, we validate first. It insert only if clean and cascade keep the data consistent. With the code that we provided, the validator run two checks, re- and it returns an error message. The well, if it runs to check the v equal null or v trim is empty, it returns an error message. Then v trim the length, if it's less than two, returns a different error message. And only if both pass does it return null, which signal Flutter to allow the database insert. Then separately, foreign key habits ID reference habit ID on delete cascade is written directly into the SQLite, uh, and meaning the database is self-enforced cleanup, not the app code. For question six, it says share one meaningful commit message and explain why it communicates value clearly. The prefix fix immediately tell teammate this is a bug fix, not a new feature, while onboarding root says exactly what was broken. To onboarding screen says exactly what it was changed to. Anyone reading this in GitHub history instantly knows what changed and why without opening the code. It's a very basic commit message, but it's very, very useful. For example, one of the things that we did use is git commit get commit the comment is fixed wire onboarding route to onboarding screen. Question seven: how were responsibility divided and how did you ensure a fair technical ownership? For the UI developer and Q&A in the PowerPoint and all, it'll be me, too, and Juan who did who did it. It consists of like splash onboarding, dashboard progress, the insight rewards, settings, screens, and a full theme system, and then created a presentable PowerPoint to demonstrate the codes. And with the backend and then the data according to most of it, or basically almost all. And he with the SQLite schema, and then repositories, habit repositories, log repository, batch service, and strict utility. Well, each person owns specific files in GitHub. UI files, stream theme are under the UI developer commit. Backend file repository or service are under everyone's commit history. We use separate feature branches so that each person's work stay isolated until merged via pull requests. And Kwan can take it from here.
Yeah, which SDLC approach best matches your team workflow and why? We followed an agile iterative approach. We built one screen at a time, tested it, committed it, and then moved on. Each screen was its own mini sprint. How it flowed was design and then code, test, push. This allowed us to catch bugs early, like the router bug we experienced earlier on, before they affected other screens. We didn't try to build everything at once, though. One screen at a time was the method. Early allows for early bug detection and a clean commit history. And pretty much the flow of it was plan screen, build screen, test on device, commit and push, and next screen, and then redo that again, recycle. Okay. How did you decide what to include in README and technical documentation for maintainability? We focused on three things: setup steps so anyone could clone and run the app, a short user guide explaining each screen, code comments on important sections. We also documented the database schema and file structure so a new teammate could easily understand the project without asking us questions as much. Um, this is question 9. The first commit block, as seen in the code, sits right above splash screen, and it extends stateful widget, and it explains the animated launch screen that the routes to onboarding on the first install or dashboard on returning visits. The second block sits above data base service and explains a singleton that owns the SQLite connection and that all repos go through it. These aren't generic comments. They explain the behavior and the relationship between classes, which is what makes the documentation also useful for a new teammate. You'd go? Okay. Describe one stateful interaction from user action to UI update in your app. When a user taps a habit card on the dashboard, the on-tap callback fires uh, a toggle habit method that calls setState, which flips the done Boolean logic. Flutter rebuilds the widget, the card turns green, a check mark appears, and the progress bar updates. The whole interaction happens in under 200, well, most of the time under 200 ms with an animated container transition. So the flow of it was user taps, on tap activates, set state gets called, and then it gets rebuilt. The code, the gesture detector wraps each habit card in its on tap call is toggle habit. That's step 1 and 2 from the diagram. Inside the animate container, gets indicated if the color is done. App colors, for this one was accent and green for the green check mark. App colors, light card switches the card color based on the value. And icon done check, either shows or hides the check mark based on the same value. Every step in the diagram has a direct corresponding line in the code. For question 11, explain your local data structure, tables, columns, keys, or preference groups. So we decided to use SQLite with 6 tables, habits used to store each habit mission, habit logs, 1 row per completion, badges and user badges for the achievement system, challenges and weekly reflections, and for lightweight settings like username, theme, and buddy personality, we use shared preference key value pairs. This keeps structured data in SQLite and simple preferences and shared preferences. Some of the code there for habits, habit logs, and badges. The 4 static constant string constants define the exact key names used to read and write from shared preferences. We have username, buddy, personality, onboarding, done, and theme mode. Using constants instead of typing the strings directly everywhere means if a key name ever needs to change, you only change it in one place, less of a hassle. Combined with SQLite table diagram above showing habits, habit logs, and badges with their columns, it shows the 2 storage system approach, structured relational data in SQLite. It is a simple key value setting and shared preference. Yep, thank you. That was our presentation, and I'll give you a short demo soon. Alrighty, this is my demo of the app. Okay, so whenever you log in, I already signed up for this, but whenever new users sign up, they're able to choose what sort of trainer they want, their info, and pretty much stuff like that. Let me show you the settings. Let me move this. So if you go into your settings, you obviously have the option to change your name whenever. I just need a Q to show you guys. There you go. You have the option earlier on. We were talking about like designing. We have a light, a dark mode system, or just the typical default. And for our AI buddy personalities, we have 4 different modes. We have an encouraging coach, a strict trainer, a calm mentor, and a playful friend. These affect like the tonality and how firm they are on you completing your habits. But just for this demo, I would just demonstrate the encouraging coach. Okay. So once we go back to the user dashboard, here you'd see that time. Might be a little hard for me to see. Let me just change it back. We do have an active timer. Whenever it's close to midnight, which is a new day. So right now it's 12 hours and 33 minutes left of today. And for this mode, I chose encouraging coach. It tells me that I'm at 14% this week. This is just because I tested earlier some habits, completions, features in that, and that's why I tracked it. So this was like from yesterday. Some of the habits I got is the gym daily, sleeping early, to get up early, eat breakfast at 10 a.m. Certain habits like that. This is the habits screen. You just set up new habits if you want. Let's say you want to go run in the morning. You want to run in the morning. This is for fitness, I guess, or I guess some people mental health. I'd say this is easier between easy and medium. This is something you want to do once a week or daily. You just click weekly or daily. You click a certain color tag for it, and then it gets added to your habits chart. And once we go back to the home screen, it gets added to the checklist right here, run in the morning for health. And so upon completion, so right now we have 6 habits that are being tracked. You have 6 remaining today. 0 out of 6 was completed. Let's say you just let's get the easy one out, waking up early and eating breakfast at 10 a.m. So the app tracks your habits that were completed, and now you have 4 remaining. Uh, let's say, yeah, let's chat with the AI bot real quick. So it tells me, hey, Quan, you're at 2 out of 6 habits today. What's on your mind? You need a motivation, a challenge, or just a check-in? I could easily ask, what's left today? And then it says, you have 4 habits left today. I'd start with gym to build momentum. You got this. Or if you ask, I need motivation, it gives you a prompt that says, very encouraging messages. And this is one of the perks for the AI bot, to give you a challenge, something different. Do 10 jumping jacks right now before your next habit. So just something fun, a fun feature that I incorporated into this project. Let's say I'm stressed. It's loading. All right, yeah, we're out of tries because we're on the free plan. That's one of the flaws for this project. The OpenAI key isn't free. Well, it is free, but it's limited. It's 3 usage, like a minute, I think. Moving on for our progress. This is like the heat map. For like month. It keeps track of your daily streaks. So right now, since I tested this yesterday, sleeping early, we did that today, right? So now it's at 2 streaks. We haven't done gym yet, so it's still at 1. Eating lunch at 12 is still at 1 because we haven't done that. Run in the morning. And some insights. It keeps track of it weekly. Every week it refreshes. Yeah, it resets every Monday, right? And so you're in XP by completing these habits, by staying on task, right? And you get an XP, you level up, and that's pretty much the reward system, the gamified platform. And here you can write your weekly reflections to keep some track record of like how you're doing, your wins, any obstacles you went through, just basically a diary pretty much, or a journal on your fitness goals or things of that nature. Was an example I wrote. I went 3 out of 4 times to the gym, which is an improvement. Obstacles was time management, and then next week's focus would be doing the easier tasks first before things stack up. And these are some of the rewards. We have the badges. I already did first step, which was like you get obtain that for like completing 1 task. It's easy to get. And hat trick is like you complete like 3 the same day. Mission creator for creating habits, things like that. Like some free badges. Some are like long term, some are short term. You could easily get in 1 sitting. 3A streaks. So right now we're on day 2, so you'd get that badge if you were logged in for 3 days, completing things 3 days in a row. Here's what happens if you just complete all the habits. Let's say I went to the gym, 8 at 12, read a chapter, run in the morning. All right, tells me that I'm completed. All things are done. And then if you chat with the box, you got some what's left today. It also tells me nothing's left. Every habit's complete. And pretty much it resets at midnight. So you keep tracking again for the next day. And here we added the update heat map for 2-day streaks currently. And so during certain habits, some are daily and some are weekly. Here we have like read a chapter of the Rust manual. So I was supposed to. This one was like it was like 1 chapter a week, pretty much. And so we overdid it honestly. 2 out of 1 days this week. So it keeps track of that too. And yeah, that's pretty much it of this app demo.